Hip internal rotation, 90-90, foot on wall, torso rotations. This 90-90 seated hip internal rotation exercise is a mobility drill commonly used to improve hip internal rotation flexibility. It's called 90-90 because of the position of the legs, resembling a 90-degree angle at the hips and knees. Here's how it works. Sit on the floor next to a wall or solid surface that you can place the rear foot against to help lock the rear leg in place. Your knees are bent at 90 degrees with one leg in front of the body and the other out to the side. The hip of the front leg is externally rotated, just like a pigeon stretch. The hip of the rear leg is internally rotated, and this is the leg that you will be working on. You can place your hands on the floor for support during this exercise. Keep your spine tall and your chest lifted, and start with your torso facing towards the front leg. In this torso forward-facing position, you must contract the glute of the rear leg to extend the rear hip. It can help to push the foot into the wall to create a stronger contraction here. Once the hip is extended, you can then gently lean the torso back to find a stretch on the hip internal rotators. Hold this position for the prescribed time. From here, lean the torso forward slightly before you start to rotate the torso to face the back leg. As you do this, the rear hip will go into a deeper internally rotated position. Do your best to keep the knee of the front leg on the floor, as this will help to open up the hips. If you can't manage this, like me, it's okay for the knee to lift slightly. Continue to rotate the torso as far as hip internal rotation will allow. Then hold this position for the prescribed time. Then reverse the movement by rotating the torso to face the front leg, contracting the glute, and then gently leaning the torso back. Keep your movements slow and controlled, and never force yourself into the end ranges. Keep the movements slow and controlled, and never force yourself into the end ranges. Only go as far into the stretch as feels comfortable and avoid any pain. The 90-90 seated hip internal rotation exercise can be performed for repetitions, isometric holds, or a combination of the two. Performing 3 to 5 repetitions with a 10-second hold in the end ranges of the torso rotations is a good starting place for most people. Give it a try and see how you go. If you've got questions, please leave them in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.